April 21, 1918. Over the skies of France, a single shot, one moment in time, and the greatest fighter pilot in human history falls from the sky. Manfred von Richthofen, the Red Baron. 80 victories, 80 enemy aircraft shot down. No pilot had ever achieved anything close. He was a legend, a god of the air, a man who seemed invincible, untouchable. But on this day, something changes. Everything changes. The unstoppable force finally meets an immovable object. His aircraft is hit, his engine fails, he's spiraling downward, and in those final moments, he has to make a choice. Keep flying, try to make it to friendly territory, or accept that this is the end. What happens next remains one of aviation's greatest mysteries, one of history's most disputed moments. This is the story of the Red Baron's last flight, the day one of history's greatest warriors fell from the sky. But the question is, who shot him down? Was it a Canadian pilot in a desperate chase? Was it Australian ground fire? Was it something else entirely? The answer might surprise you. For 100 years, this question has haunted aviation historians. Armies have investigated, witnesses have testified, evidence has been collected, but the truth remains elusive. Because on April 21, 1918, the Red Baron flew into history, and what he found there was nothing like he expected. From his humble beginnings to his rise as the world's greatest fighter pilot, from his final morning in the cockpit to the moment everything ends, this is the complete story of Manfred von Richthofen. And it's a story that will change the way you understand the First World War.
Let's start at the beginning. Who was Manfred von Richthofen? According to historical military records and documented biographical accounts, Richthofen was born in 1992 in Breslau, Germany. He came from Prussian nobility, a military family. Discipline and honor were everything. According to documented records, Richthofen initially served as a cavalry officer during World War I, but cavalry was becoming obsolete. Trench warfare had made the cavalry charge a relic of history. According to military records and his own writings, Richthofen transferred to the Imperial German Air Service in 1915. He was a natural. According to documented accounts and historical records, he showed an instinctive understanding of aerial combat that few pilots possessed. According to aviation records, he scored his first confirmed kill in September 1916. From that moment, he was unstoppable. According to historical documentation and military records, Richthofen's victories accumulated rapidly: 20 kills, 30, 40. According to documented accounts and biographical records, he was promoted to command his own squadron, a unit that would become legendary, Jagdstaffel 11, the Flying Circus. According to historical records, they painted their aircraft in bright, distinctive colors: red for Richthofen, various colors for his pilots. They looked like a circus troupe. They flew like death itself. According to military documentation, Richthofen's philosophy of combat was ruthlessly efficient. He never took unnecessary risks. According to his own writings and documented tactics, he believed in positioning, approach from behind, stay out of the enemy's guns, use superior tactics, not just superior aircraft. According to aviation records, he flew various aircraft throughout the war, but his favorite was the Fokker DR-1 triplane, 3 wings, incredible maneuverability. According to documented accounts and historical records, by early 1918, he had achieved 80 confirmed victories. 80! No other pilot came close. The second highest scoring pilot had around 40 or 50 victories. Richthofen was in a league of his own. According to historical documentation, Richthofen was awarded the Pour le Mérite, Germany's highest military honor. He was a national hero. According to documented accounts and biographical records, by April 1918, he had become something more than human in the eyes of his fellow pilots. He was immortal, or at least that's what everyone believed. According to historical records, Richthofen himself knew better. According to accounts and his own writings, he understood the mathematics of air combat, the odds, the probability. According to documented sources, Richthofen once wrote that he didn't expect to survive the war. He knew his time would come eventually.
April 21, 1918. A spring morning over France. The sun is rising. The war is ending. According to documented records and pilot accounts, Germany is losing. The Central Powers are collapsing. The American Expeditionary Force has arrived. The outcome is no longer in doubt. But the war continues. Young men continue to die, and Richthofen, at 26 years old, continues to fly. According to documented accounts and military records, this morning, Richthofen received orders to conduct patrol flights. Nothing special, routine operations, look for enemy aircraft, engage if possible. According to pilot accounts and historical records, Richthofen flew his Fokker DR-3 triplane, bright red, unmistakable, a flying declaration that the Red Baron was in the air. According to documented records, he took off around dawn, heading east, looking for prey. According to aviation records and witness accounts, his squadron included several other pilots. They flew in loose formation, searching for Allied aircraft. According to documented accounts, what happened next would become one of aviation history's most disputed moments. Around 11 a.m., according to recorded testimonies in military records, Richthofen spotted Canadian aircraft, a patrol of Sopwith Camels. According to documented accounts, among those camels was a young Canadian pilot named Wilfred May, 21 years old, on only his second patrol. According to pilot testimonies and documented records, Richthofen began pursuing May. This was the beginning of what would be his last combat. According to accounts from multiple witnesses, what happened next was extraordinary. According to documented records, Roy Brown, May's flight leader, saw the danger. Richthofen was on May's tail, the Red Baron, one of the greatest pilots alive. According to Brown's account and military records, he dove to help. He fired at Richthofen's aircraft. According to various accounts and testimony records, Richthofen's aircraft suddenly began behaving strangely. According to some witnesses, it was hit. According to others, he was maneuvering. But here's where history becomes murky. According to documented records, what happened next is disputed. Did Roy Brown's bullets hit Richthofen, or was he shot by someone else? That question has haunted historians for a century.
Let's talk about what actually happened on April 21, 1918. The truth, the disputed truth. According to documented testimonies and military records, Richthofen's red Fokker Dr. I was being pursued by Canadian pilot Roy Brown. Brown was firing at him, tracer fire, bullets, the kind of attack that usually meant death. According to various witness accounts and historical documentation, Richthofen's aircraft was hit. The engine was damaged. According to some accounts, it was badly damaged. According to documented accounts from multiple pilots, Richthofen began to descend. He was losing altitude. He couldn't climb. The aircraft was crippled. According to military records and witness testimonies, at this point, Richthofen faced a choice. He could bail out, jump from his aircraft, hope to survive the fall and be captured or rescued. According to historical accounts, he didn't do this. According to documented records, Richthofen continued flying. Despite the damage, despite the danger, he kept the aircraft in the air. But here's where the mystery deepens. According to documented testimonies, something else happened. According to Australian ground troops accounts and military records, they were in the area, Allied soldiers. They saw Richthofen's red aircraft descending. According to some accounts and testimony records, Australian infantry opened fire, machine gun fire, rifle fire. According to one prominent theory, this is what killed Richthofen. According to documented testimonies from multiple Australian soldiers, they shot at the red aircraft as it passed over their positions. According to historical records and ballistic analysis, a single bullet struck Richthofen, a bullet that may have come from the ground. According to some evidence, it hit him from behind and below. According to documented accounts, Richthofen was hit, mortally wounded, but he was still flying, still controlling his aircraft. According to various accounts and historical documentation, what happened next shows the incredible will of this man. According to documented records, despite his mortal wound, Richthofen managed to keep the aircraft flying. He aimed for a landing spot, a field near Vaux-sur-Somme. According to pilot accounts and military records, he made one final maneuver, one last action from the greatest pilot in the world. According to documented accounts, he brought the aircraft down to the ground. Not a crash, a landing, a controlled descent despite mortal wounds. According to witness testimonies and military records, the red Fokker Doctor I touched down on the earth. It bounced, it settled, and it came to rest. According to documented accounts from Allied soldiers who reached the wreckage, Richthofen was pulled from the cockpit. He was barely alive. According to records, he said very little. According to medical documentation and witness accounts, the wound was fatal. According to records, Richthofen died within minutes. According to historical accounts and documented records, his final words are disputed. Did he say anything? According to some accounts, he did. According to others, he simply died. The truth has been lost to history. But here's the crucial question that historians have debated for a century. Who actually shot him? According to military records and investigations, the evidence points in multiple directions. According to Roy Brown's testimony and flight records, he claims he fired the fatal shot. He shot at Richthofen while pursuing him. According to Brown, his bullets hit. But according to Australian soldiers' accounts and testimony records, they also fired at the aircraft. According to ballistic analysis by historians, the wound's angle suggests ground fire. According to post-war investigations and documentation, neither party could definitively prove their shot was fatal. According to historical analysis and medical evidence, the bullet that killed Richthofen came from behind and below. According to some experts, this is inconsistent with Brown's attack angle. But according to other historians and witnesses, Brown's bullets could have caused the fatal wound even if he was approaching from a different angle.
So who actually killed the Red Baron? Let's examine the evidence. According to documented military records and official investigations, Roy Brown's claim was investigated by the Royal Air Force. According to official records and documented proceedings, Brown was credited with the kill, officially. But according to historians and researchers who've examined the evidence, the case is far from closed. According to documentary evidence and ballistic analysis, the fatal bullet came from a specific angle. According to expert examination, this angle is difficult to reconcile with Brown's attack. According to Australian military records and testimony, soldiers in the area fired at the red aircraft. According to some accounts, approximately 20 to 50 soldiers opened fire as the aircraft descended. According to modern forensic analysis and historical investigation, the probability that ground fire caused the fatal wound is significant. According to documented testimony from Australian soldiers, they saw the red aircraft. They recognized it as German. They fired. According to their accounts, it was hit. It fell. But according to official military records, the credit was given to Roy Brown. According to documented reasoning, this was partly a matter of protocol. According to military tradition and regulations, pilots received credit for aerial combat kills. Ground troops did not, regardless of their fire. According to historical documentation, this policy led to complications. A pilot who was damaged by ground fire, who then crashed or was downed, might be officially credited to a pursuing pilot. According to available records, this is likely what happened to Richthofen. According to documented investigation, Brown's bullets may have damaged the aircraft, but the fatal wound may have come from below.
According to modern historical scholarship, the most probable scenario is this: Richthofen's aircraft was damaged in aerial combat with Roy Brown. According to evidence and analysis, descending and crippled, it passed over Australian positions. According to testimony and investigation, ground fire struck him fatally. According to various historical interpretations, both Brown and the Australian soldiers contributed to his death. Neither can claim sole responsibility. But according to official records and military documents, Roy Brown received the credit. According to documented accounts, this has never been officially changed. According to historical analysis, the debate persists. Historians continue to argue. Researchers continue to investigate. According to available evidence, we may never know with absolute certainty. 100 years later, the Red Baron's death remains one of history's great mysteries. But what we do know is this: according to documented accounts, on April 21, 1918, the greatest fighter pilot in history fell from the sky. According to military records, Manfred von Richthofen was given a military funeral by the Australians who captured him. According to documented accounts, both sides respected him. According to records and testimonies, he was buried with military honors. A warrior was mourned. A legend had ended.
What does Richthofen's death tell us? What is his legacy? According to historical analysis, Richthofen represented something that's long gone: a code, honor, rules of engagement. According to documented accounts in historical interpretation, he was a warrior from an older age, fighting in a modern war. According to records, he flew with such skill and courage that even enemies respected him. According to historical records, his death became a turning point, the beginning of the end for Germany's air superiority. According to documented accounts, his funeral was attended by pilots from both sides, friends and enemies alike, united in respect for a fallen warrior. According to his writings and documented accounts, Richthofen knew the war was lost. According to historical records, he continued to fight anyway. According to analysis and interpretation, his final flight represents something universal: the will to keep fighting even when you know defeat is coming. According to documented records, 80 victories. No other pilot came close. The Red Baron remains history's greatest fighter pilot. If this story fascinated you, if the mystery of Richthofen's death captured your imagination, hit like and subscribe for more WW2 legends and unsolved mysteries. Comment below, who do you think really shot down the Red Baron? What's the most fascinating unsolved mystery you know? Next week, we're covering the pilot who crashed behind enemy lines and spent 3 months walking back to freedom. Thank you for watching. Keep remembering the legends who defined warfare forever.